Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Element Cup with my very first battles. I'm gonna showcase a team with Wooper, which is gonna be a spammy monster, with Vulpix, another spammy monster, and of course Mareanie, which is gonna be a very weird pick for that Element Cup meta. Pretty bulky as well, but I really recommend it to you trainers. Now without any further ado, let's dive into the first battle. We'll begin our journey here into Element Cup with the first battles, and the seal will come up against us. How I like to play this is go straight for that body slam, and when that debuff with the Icy Wind is applied, I'm just gonna switch out to my Mareanie, which is gonna be my main and primary safe switch option. So at this point they go for that Icy Wind, everything goes as planned, and now I go in with my Mareanie, get some energy, and now they go with a very late switch into their Jupiter. I'm just gonna go straight for that Sludge Wave, and I'm expecting them to go for the mirror coat, to be honest, so I'm just gonna let that slide. I'm pretty sure I can survive at this point. However, they go for that bubble beam, over farming just a little bit more, and Brian here will take that Jupiter out. I'm expecting that seal to return, to be honest, so with that in mind I'm just gonna start farming up to the Sludge Wave, and they're gonna go to the early move of course, and I have no reason other than letting that slide in, and now my Wooper can come in and start doing some solid work, not only against seal but also against their shields. Whatever there is at the back needs to be weak to my Wooper, because they just shielded a severely hurt seal, and yeah, you know what trainers, it might be a fire type, and it is just a Vulpix. I'm just gonna go here for that Mud Bomb, dealing super effective damage, however they block it, and now I have to go in with my Vulpix. We have the upper hand here, we got the shield, they have none, and at this point I'm just gonna go ahead and completely farm them down if they try to do something weird like undercharging, because I'm not gonna let them do anything else other than farming them down, either with my Vulpix or with my Wooper. So we're just gonna do that with Vulpix. Body Slam is able to finish off and knock out the entire team of theirs, and we're gonna be able to take the first win. Moving into the next one now with Slowpoke. Very weirdly, to be honest, those confusions really do a lot of work against my Pokemon, and they're going for the overcharge here. Look at that, how many confusions they have passed through. I was hoping I could catch them on the CMP, however now they played it super smart here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and concede into that even seal scenario. They passed through another confusion when I was thinking that okay, they most probably will not farm me down, they're gonna go for the move, but that did not happen at all, and now I have to go in with my Vulpix, and to be honest that Slowpoke is hitting like a truck, so I'm just gonna block that move and then completely farm them down. They bring into play that Jupiter, so I have a double Weather Ball ready to go, and at this point I'm just gonna switch out to my Mareanie, because I know I can completely farm down with those poison stings, and Mareanie with shields down hits like a truck, and of course you can take those moves. Even with that amount of HP and the debuff, we are still able to force them in quitting the match, because guess what trainers, everyone is using a Vulpix on that Element Cup format. We're gonna be able to grab another Slowpoke into the next one, and we're having now those body slams that have to come in handy. At this point we know better, and we throw at the perfect timing here, right when they go for that CMP, and without risking any overcharge, especially like they did before, they go for the Water Pulse. That was crazy, and we can go now with that Body Slam to take them out. We are both even on shields, and we still have one more Body Slam ready to go. Here comes the Bulbasaur, which is gonna take us out, but look how much work our Wooper just did here. They have now the return of the Vulpix, and trainers, I'm looking pretty good, because not only am I gonna land this big move, that Body Slam, but also now I have Mareanie, which can go pretty well against this Pokemon. So Body Slam here is gonna do a nice chunk to my Mareanie, but still we can hold on to our bulk. Down they go, and they have to completely farm down, and we have to do exactly that. So yeah, the victory is gonna be ours. Into the next one now with another seal up on the lead. Those seals are pretty troublesome for my team, but to be honest we can still manage with that Pokemon. So here comes now my Body Slam. They're gonna gonna take it, and that is looking pretty good for me, since I'm gonna take now their move. It is gonna be the Icy Wind, and you already know what is happening here. We're just gonna go in with Mareanie, because this is gonna be our main safe switch option. We see at the back a Notice, and whenever I see a Razor Leafer, I always think that they might have another one, so down we go to that Razor Leaf damage, absolutely crazy. And if they have another Razor Leafer, well, our Wooper can be in a pretty bad spot. We're gonna lose here the CMP. That was a bummer at the point. I had no clue who could win that CMP, to be honest, but we lost it, and now my Vulpix has to do all the work, and it is severely hurt. Trying to catch a move here, but I think it is gonna be fatal for my Wooper anyway, so I have to block. I'm kind of obliged to do so, and we have to go now for the Body Slam, and they make an amazing switch into their seal. We have one more move ready to go. Hopefully this is gonna be a CMP. Now we have a chance. All of a sudden, down we go to that Aqua Tail, and we just have to farm down trainers. Yes, we can. Here comes now the final boom with the Body Slam, which is more than enough on this amount of HP, and we're gonna grab this amazing victory with our Vulpix in the end game with one single HP remaining on our Pokemon. Into the next one now, and we're having a very good lead on the face of a Vulpix. They are not switching out, and that makes me think that whatever there is at the back, well, has to be weak against my Wooper here. They take the move. That was a bummer. Even charged up to the Mud Bomb to bait, but they definitely read my move down, and hopefully we can outspeed here. So down they go. They have the seal, which comes into the battle, and perhaps I could have gone here for the switch out, but I decided to stay in because Wooper is a spammy monster, not only taking one whole Vulpix out of the way, but also leaving almost at the red the whole seal, which is kinda bulky for this meta. At the back they have a Jupiter. We both have two seals though, so let's go now for the big move. Are they gonna expect it? No, they are not. Down goes a nice chunk on that Jupiter, and all of a sudden we have a very nice win con here, especially with them trying to bait us on using a shield. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna rely on my Vulpix to destroy you down, trainer. So here comes now in my Vulpix, and I'm gonna keep my Wooper to clear that debuff that this Bubble Beam is for sure gonna do at me. I'm gonna block in the long term of the battle, of course, because yeah, everything is kinda lethal right now. Those water moves, yeah, we cannot take those at all. So here comes at my Vulpix now the Aqua Tail, gonna block it. They know they have no chance, especially with two Pokemon being at the red and energy dry, so we're gonna take another huge victory. Hopping into the next one now with the seal once again upon the lead. You can see that seal is gonna be one of those Pokemon that people tend to use a lot, and I have to go for the Body Slam as always. This trainer though decided to block the first one because they know that the second one will not hurt that much, especially after the debuff. And you know what, trainers, I'm just gonna take the move and bank that energy for the end game because Mareanie is coming in, and we have the Sludge Wave ready to go. Look at how much damage this move can do, and we're gonna go now for that Brine, able to finish off seal before they even switch out. That is absolutely awesome. They have the Badyu though, and it is gonna be with a hidden power. I have no clue what that hidden power might be, and of course it is neutral against my typing, so it could be something like a rock. I have no clue at all. Just gonna go in now with my Wooper, and because it is it's not showing that it's gonna be super effective or not very effective, well, it's not rock either. What is it though? I have no clue. Perhaps electric? No, it could be, who knows. So at this point Slugma comes in, and yes, Smackdown is just gonna dominate against my fire typing here. Let's go with the Body Slam. Down goes in one hit because they had no other choice other than expecting a Weather Ball. I don't know, and we're gonna take this amazing win. Into the next one, and we're facing a Badyu with Razor Leaf. This is a weird mon against our team because Wooper is struggling a lot. You can see that Mareanie cannot handle it at all, and at this point I have to go in with my Vulpix. What do you have at the back, trainer, though? It is a Razor Leaf up in front, so whatever there is at the back cannot be a grass type, right? I have no clue. Perhaps it is a triple Razor Leafer. At this point, everything can be expected. So, Weather Ball here able to take out that Pokemon. They have a seal, I believe. Yes, it is gonna be a seal. So at this point I'm just gonna go for more pressure at them. We have to kinda block, which is a bummer. So let's overfarm here and perhaps we can outspeed to the next move. What do you have at the back, trainer? We're gonna keep that energy. There is gonna be a lot at, and oh my freaking goodness, down we go to that Razor Leaf damage, super easy. So Wooper, if it has one weakness, that is gonna be the Razor Leaf. Absolutely amazing. You saw before that against Bulbasaur, we did quite a lot of damage with our Body Slam, but against that Razor Leaf damage, well, we cannot even reach the Body Slam even with the Mudshot, which is crazy. On the switch here, we are having the Jupiter against our Wooper, and I'm gonna bring now into play my Mareanie here because I wanted to hurt them a lot, and you can see that Jupiter is no threat at all to Wooper as well, because Jupiter is gonna be the king of the meta, and to be honest, we're having a very nice time against that Pokemon with this line, which is pretty cool. Down we go eventually to the Jupiter, but they have spent a shield, and what I figured out about Element Cap is that shield advantage is gonna be your main priority most of the times, so having that shield advantage is most likely gonna secure for you that win towards the end game. So having a key Pokemon like Mareanie, which can tank the hits, is gonna be a very nice way to not only take the hits but also grab a shield or two, especially with the threat of a Sludge Wave, which deals a lot of damage to anything, or even a Brine against a fire type Pokemon. They have at the back a Bulbasaur. Here comes the Weather Ball. In one shot, down goes the Bulba, and we're gonna take this victory with a few more quick attacks on the Vulpix mirror. Into the next one, now we're having another seal. What a surprise! Oh my freaking goodness, we got now those Body Slams, and those are gonna do a lot of damage to that seal as always. So they have to throw here the Icy Wind. Let's see if they're gonna go for that. Yes, it is gonna be the Icy Wind. So now we switch out to the Mareanie, and we want to outspeed to that Sludge Wave. They make the switch out to the Ferocid, and oh trainers, this Pokemon is gonna do a lot of work against every single Pokemon on my team, and since I do not even run Ember, well, it can still threaten my Vulpix if I'm not careful. So at this point, I'm just gonna take the move. What is it gonna be? A Flash Cannon. We can still survive. That was awesome to observe. Have you seen anything more wild than this on Element Cup? I haven't. That was awesome to observe. Down we go eventually. Wooper comes in, and at this point I know that Seal has to start blocking my moves because they deal a lot of damage and we can get there fairly fast. Trying to catch here the Icy Wind, hopefully it is, yes it is trainers, and that is looking pretty good, till I saw that, yeah, they have that Litwick, and things started looking all of a sudden pretty bad for me. They also have Ember, which is resisted by me, and we have to take advantage of that. However, they go for that Flame Charge, and even though it is resisted both of my Vulpix's typing and that Wooper's typing, we can still be able to survive and finish the move. That was awesome. And yeah, trainers, I don't know, the past few battles, the last two battles actually, were pretty awesome, and that deserves a like, I believe, at least a like before you leave this video. They have the Leaf Blade here with the Fomantis, we got the Vulpix, and this is looking pretty good for us because with one Weather Ball we can simply finish them off, while they need two of those moves and we can take one and shield it, which is absolutely awesome. We have now another one ready to go with that Weather Ball damage being lethal to the Fomantis. This time they're gonna take it, trying to reach that Body Slam. We cannot. They have that Closer, which is just gonna dominate against our Pokemon. They save switch into their Jupiter, and guess what, trainers, we got the better alignment here because not only we're gonna have the Mareanie over Jupiter, but also our Wooper is gonna resist those rock moves, and we're gonna have the upper hand towards the end game. They decided to block here my Sludge Wave though, and that was a bummer, but hopefully we can get here to that Body Slam, and I know they have to go for that Mirror Coat if they want to finish me off, so instead they're gonna go for the Bubble Beam because we have a shield, and it made a lot of sense. Let's see now how this can end, because still we're looking at a pretty close matchup. We have to charge up to a double Body Slam before fading, taking advantage that this smackdown damage will never be enough to finish us off. So here it is, trainers, one body slam for the Crabhammer Pokemon and one more for that Jupiter, the king of the meta, and we're gonna grab this amazing victory. Thank you for watching, trainers, thank you for staying till then. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers!